Hello, YouTube! I am Penstar, and this is another Brick in the Mall Strategy and Tactics Episode 8. So, why am I starting a new game here? Well, a couple of different reasons. One, wasn't too happy how my previously recorded episode 8 came out. I was observing some odd behavior, and for the last, say 3 or so episodes, I had been playing on an old save. It had been rendered obsolete, still technically playable, but not guaranteed to be bug-free. At the same time, they pushed the 2.03 patch to live, so it is no longer on the unstable branch. So I figured, you know what? Let's take some of the concepts that we started to dabble into, flawed as they might have been initially, and refine them even further. After doing some observations and some testing, I think we can get our little yin-yang stores and our gauntlet into a very, very good place. But that requires us starting up a new mall, but things will go quickly. Because we're going to be approaching this with a completely different methodology than the initial mall we started at the beginning of this series. So please continue watching on. We are going to be doing the same parameters as before. 50k, normal research, normal builders, no tutorial. Let's get going. All right, let us pause here. I'm not going to make you guys sit through this initial build here, but basically we're going to be doing this fairly similar parameters before. We're going to be building down. We're going to look for the edge road here, build you down, but I have a specific number of spaces I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That seems larger than I originally planned it out to be. But it'll be smaller once I get the spaces wrapped in there. So it's going to be kind of a longer building. And we'll put one out here to the, or two out here to the side so we can find our corner piece while our builders build everything else. We will set our builder here. We'll keep the 3 that we have at the moment, but we will set them all to go start at 2,300 hours. We'll get a freebie set. Well, I don't think it's free. I think we still have to pay the guy that came in here already. But we'll get him double time, which is fine because we have a lot of building to do. All right. I will see you guys on the flip side. Okay, so we've got ourselves our little building here. See how, I mean, it looked like a rather huge amount of space here, but once you get it buckled in with inward-facing parking spaces, it shrinks down quite a bit. But we are going to build our base here. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing differently here is that I've noticed that it doesn't, despite the cost estimator here saying this is going to be too expensive for me, it never ends up being quite as expensive as advertised, which is a good thing. But let me see, 1, 2, 3, space, 1, 2, 3. Actually, we've got, this is exactly what we need. So we will put that in place and let us get our objects in place. Like there. We are going to have we'll do a double door. A single door. That $500 might be important. Right there. We have a wall. Right about here. Objects. We have a staff door. And that's about it for the moment. We need to get all this base built in before we can get the store up and running proper. All right, this, yeah, I don't know if they'll finish all this, but we can do a few other things. We can assign our storage to be here, and then we'll have a single row of, our research to research has been completed. We must get electronics supplier. We all know how important this one is. I would say this is more important to get first, even beyond the cold chain. So yeah, electronics supplier, a #1 priority, even above cold chain as your first research, just because of how much money it can bring in. Now the other thing is we'll put a maintenance center here, because this building, as in our last run through, is going to go away as being obsolete. Ah, you guys couldn't finish the job. Too bad. You're fired. Now let's let's put this to 100 load. Maintenance center, builders. All right, which one do you guys? Actually, you all have pretty good speed. Builder, builder, and builder. All right, welcome back aboard. Should I just have them all be in at 9? Yeah, you guys all come back to work. All right, now here's what we're gonna do. Here is precisely what we're gonna do. We're going to get our yin yangs up and running, but we're not going to make them separate stores yet. Allow me to demonstrate. The other thing is we're also going to get our gauntlet up and running, but we're going to do a few things different. I studied our old gauntlet before and saw some flaws, which I will explain their cause and their remedy. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically build these yin yang stores like they were their own stores, but we're not going to put walls around them yet. So yeah, this goes here. Boom. And I believe this goes here. All right. Now the question becomes, and also we're doing the new yin yang, the one with the column down the center and the backdoor exit, because that works out really well for our staff. Now the question becomes, what are we going to specialize in, or rather, what are we going to build first before this becomes an official specialty store? Well, the answer is right now we're just going to make this whole area one big store. So we're not really going to be targeting specialties, but I do want to lay out stuff with an eye to the future here. So we're going to get a table for some fresh bread, and we want plenty of food here, and we've got plenty of food here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's 6. Derp. 7. I've got this spaced wrong. I've got this space wrong. That's okay. You need to go down one more. Although, if I put you up here now, if I put you right here, 6 one, half dozen of the other, really. We get the twofer right there, and then, yeah, why not? Doesn't really hurt it one way or the other. As long as we have our 7 counters, we're good. Now, same idea over here. We'll get a checkout counter down here. Checkout counter up here. Oops. There we go. Now over here, we're going to have all of our shelves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Now for at the moment, the only real gauntlet we have right now are toys. So we're going to put one shelf down there as our toy gauntlet, and that's it. And then we will make this whole area a single store. Like so. And let us manage it. Store. Tears Capitalist Haven. For those of you who watched my Reciteer video series, and her love for capitalism. Same hours as before. But speaking of hours, I do have a bit of a technique to share with you guys. Once we get our yin-yang stores split into yin-yang stores, to help make things go a little bit smoother. Now, why, you might be asking, are we doing this all as one store? Why don't we split it up, make specialty stores, make the gauntlet now? Well, the problem is, at the moment, is all of that would require separate stock clerks, and that becomes more expensive. Not to mention the cashiers tend to be a bit less efficient in the specialty stores, which is fine when we have some better stuff for the gauntlet. Right now, we don't. Our gauntlet consists of toys, and that's not enough of a gauntlet to really make this all pay off. So, for the moment, we're sort of hybridizing everything. We're sacrificing a bunch of specialty bonuses, but we can recuperate those soon. Right then, let us continue here. Now, we'll see if they come back at 9. We're not opening today, but we'll open tomorrow. Yes, they come back. The fools. Finish my store. And then get me more parking. Road work. Customer parking. And then we'll do some staff only. Oh yeah, actually, get rid of this. Get rid of this dang thing. We don't need this building anymore. Remove foundations, and then we can get some parking up in that beast here. Now then, for our selections here, like I said, this is going to be our toys, because we definitely want to catch the brick lovers. Here we can just go for an assortment of food. Like I said, I'm just putting down, a wide variety of foods, with little rhyme or reason at the moment. But once we condense these into specialty stores, then there will be rhyme and reason behind all of this. And part of me wants to move these down a smidgen meter. As wasteful as that would be. Well, you know what? When I convert them over to specialty stores, I'll move them down. Those checkout counters. I like the original design for a reason which I will go into later. But yeah, just going into whatever people want here. Just trying to hit all the different flavors of food here. Whatever looks good, whatever sounds good, whatever sells well. Rice and pasta sounds good. And here we're going to go for all of our shelf stuff, diapers, toilet paper, pads and tampons, and then we'll do the health and beauty stuff. Or household items stuff, because those sell really well. They're not impulse items, but bed sheets, cookware, and dishes all have really good markups. But there's just no way to impulse buy people into them, which is why we don't use them the way that we use toys. Right then. Let us continue. Let these three do their thing. Once it gets later in the day, I will... actually, once it rolls over midnight, I'll hire people, because we don't want people coming in today. We're not quite ready for that. Okay. Road work. We need staff-only parking here. In case I want the road to go up, we'll put it up here. And then we'll get more customer parking all along. Oh yeah, we don't have enough money. Well, at this point we can do what I call debt spending, where if you just plan your stuff out in chunks, it doesn't deduct the money from your balance right away. It only deducts it when they actually build it. So if you do it in smaller chunks, you can plan out more than you have money for. And when they build it, it will actually send you into the negatives, but without any real ill effects. You just can't plan out more stuff. So make sure all your important stuff's already been planned. But for the moment, I think that will do nicely for all of our parking needs. The last thing we want is also make sure you have your 2 critical zones here before you bankrupt yourself with debt spending, because Otherwise, well, not bankrupt yourself. I mean, granted, you always have the ability to take out a loan, like a proper loan. But I like the whole interest-free loans. They work well for me. And we'll get that back with our special objectives anyway. So that's not really a problem. Oh yeah, see, we're already in the negative, so I can't plan out a staff-only parking. Oh wait, I left that gap in there not by accident, on purpose. All right, so we're a bit in the hole. These guys will be dismissing themselves soon. And in fact, I probably don't need all three of them anymore. But we'll see what I can get in terms of hiring and firing when it comes to actual natural staffers. But yeah, this is enough parking for our little shop right now. So once we roll over to the next day, we'll hire everybody, get everything planned out, and be on our way as we wait for our research to cook and our shop to really liven itself up. Well, even on triple speed, time can crawl a little bit on this one. But we have much work to do. Yes, I know. Cashiers and stock clerks. I'm working on it, game. I'm working on it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right, almost to the magic hour. And again, you want to pause it before you get too late into the morning. Right then. Okay, so let's manage tiers. Capitalist haven. Start with a stock. Holy crap. I don't know which is better or worse. Honestly speaking. Honestly. I don't know which ones. We'll see. Let's. All right, we're going to do a science. We're going to see if a high stock clerk skill with a low speed is actually a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just going to go with the speed. Never mind science. Screw science. All right. Let's get some cashiers and hope we have some sociability. Wow, you've got skills up the wazoo. All right, so you get in here. You've got good combo there. All right, welcome aboard, Kyle. You get that. Bottom of the barrel. Let's take a look at our builders, see if we can salvage anyone with some good sociability from here. Nope, you guys are not terribly sociable either. So I can't even poach from them. Well, let's get a janitor. We'll take out some of the bad apples here with a janitor. You start at 6 as well. All right, cashier. Ugh. Ew. All right, fine. We'll just wait. We'll put you in at 10. For the moment, we're just going to have 3. I know there's 4 checkout counters. I don't anticipate the demand going too crazy. Yeah, see, now we've got our money up. And now we've got our deliveries flowing here. And soon our stock clerks will start filling the shelves, and we'll get more people in, and it will be all happy, go happy. Happy, go happy, yes! That is a word. All right, new objective. 100 total sales. That'll be easy. Daily profit of over 100. That'll be easy. 10 different types of products. As soon as our shelves are stocked, we'll get that one. So we're going to get see, this is why I'm okay with spending down to the negatives, honestly. When we get into this, is that we're going to get a whole burst of cash coming in. So if we need to make more deliveries or more building things, we've got the cash to do it. All right, starting to get some customers in. Could use those toys right about now. Thank you. Good job. Obviously, our gauntlet will grow once we have more products to gauntlet. But for now, just having them tap the toys works for me. I'm waiting for our first... Oop, this guy. I think it was this guy. Brick addict, couldn't resist toys. He was going for cookies, went for toys. All right, so our gauntlet is working properly. That's what I just wanted to confirm, is that any brick addicts on there will get hit with an intense desire for the toys. And see, we're already up to 17k here, so we're good. We're good. Oh yeah, our builders. Our builders. Do I want to go 3 wide? I might want to go 3 wide. Well, 3 more wide anyway. This will give us another store's worth. And yeah, it says that, but it's not, it doesn't mean it. It don't mean it. Don't mean a thing if it don't got that swing. Do up, do up, do up, do up, do up. So we're just going to expand this whole thing down here. Now, one thing we are going to want to do is we're going to want to keep this wall, since we've already built it. And walls seem more expensive than the foundations at their base. So when possible, preserve the walls so they don't just they don't have to waste time or money tearing it down when you were just going to rebuild it anyway. We do want them to punch this out and punch this out, and build out accordingly. But for now, we're good to go. Now, the one downside to this is we're weakening our gauntlet because people can get... Well, actually, until we punch a hole into here, people can't get in. But now we can get people going on the grass here. Well, not anymore. That was a good job, guys. Quick fire in there. We're not going to make use of all this just yet, but I'm glad I built the space. Actually, we could go into the negatives with more shelves here. Why don't we? Let's expand our store here. Expand our storage to here. And yeah, since we've got 1,000, we can technically put down and debt spend our way into a fully fleshed out, filled out store. And yeah, here I'm going to do the same thing with my checkout counters, or rather, I'm going to do the thing that I wanted to do originally with the checkout counters. And put them up like here, and put them up like, no, not that. Like here. We'll get 3 walls, 1, 2, 3. We'll get ourselves a staff door. I won't bother with the forward wall and the like until I'm ready to transform these into formal things. I'll keep this wall just because it's cheaper to keep it. Cheaper to keep her. All right, more food shelves, because I think that's what we still have left to get. And also we can put our drinks on there too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, these might change. These probably will change come our transformation and our adaptation of electronics. In fact, in anticipation, I'm throwing a lot of Asians at you, for our electronics, let's make the gauntlet proper. Well, part of the gauntlet proper. Just so we can test it out dry run wise. So yeah, that'll spend us right the heck into the negatives. But it'll give us the shelf space that we need. And actually, we could, if we wanted to, well, let's get sodas and bottled water and juices. Get some candies. We'll just load this stuff up. Might as well. I don't think our stock clerk is in at the moment. Pet food. And then this last one down here, I guess we can double up on something. Breakfast cereals. Those are a good turnover. Technically, I should have built that as a shelf. Because then I'd be able to put the car tools on there. But we're kind of low on money. But understandably low on money. We're good. We're good. Oh, to think of the wonderful electronics we could be placing along here. Delicious. Ooh, look at this. Busy time for our last cashier. We've got some hiring to do. Yeah, we got to bolster our late night, and that's fine by me. Once the day rolls over, we'll cash in on our rewards here, because I think we're going to get one for the turn a daily profit over X. Boop! There it is. Over 500. So now we're back in the money. Wonderful. How's our research doing? Research it's still trucking along. You gotta write. I mean, I guess you could cheese it and just because research costs you nothing, you could just research electronics without building anything. Just fire your builders and just sit and stare at the grass for 96 hours and do nothing until you get your electronics. But that doesn't feel right, you know? It just doesn't feel right. We got to be doing stuff. I want to do stuff. Right then, one thing we do want to do. Oh, I need my builders, and they're in at an odd hour now. Because I want to move these two things down. Well, since they're all one store, I can tell them to delete these two, and there's still plenty of checkout counters for the rest of them. So I don't think that'll be a problem, strictly speaking. One thing I do want to keep doing so it does not become a problem. All right, we went up to 22 spaces used. We've got 42, so we don't really need more parking at this second, but we will in time. In fact, I can tell you we're going to need more parking, just in case we want to continue the road. We'll put these here, and then draw the road out a little bit further, just to keep those going. I guess the other thing we can do here, just to maximize our throughput, is take out this duplicate thing and make it a shelf so we can get the car tools in there. And that way we've literally got every product that we have available to us in this early game on the shelves out there, and maximizing our demand. Well, tier 1 demand. This store is such a hodgepodge that we're not really getting any tier bonuses for anything, but at the moment, we're not going for tier bonuses. Tier bonuses are going to be our long game. In fact, it's actually going to, as soon as the electronics come into the scene, then we're going to be hitting tier bonuses hard. Hitting it hard. All right, we got our stock clerk busy getting their shelves up and running. Oh, right, I forgot. I need to hire another cashier for the evening. Ooh, beautiful. Oh man, that is a thing of beauty. In fact, I'd be willing to start you at 1,500 and have the store open just a little bit longer. Boop, like that. Yeah, affable and former cashier. This guy has literally got the two perfect traits for a cashier. Look at it. Look at this suave bastard. This guy knows he's slick. Oop. Queue's full. Oh boy, we need more people we need more morning cashiers. Mayday, mayday. Get your butt in here. How about 11? I don't care if you're sluggish, get your butt in here. Okay, thank goodness we have another cashier. Oh yeah, we can now build our one more shelf over here. I need to get rid of these three We do not need 3 builders at this stage of the game. Car tools. Manage. Maintenance center. Alright, who's the weakest link? Incontinent. Yeah, you're just peeing yourself on there. Speed. Builder. Higher speed, lower builder. Higher speed, lower builder, lower speed. Constipated. Glutton. Geez, these guys all have... These guys all have some weird traits to them. Yeah, well, let's keep this guy. Just to cut down on labor costs. So you guys get out. Okay, good. Our stock clerk's still here. So now we've got literally every product on the shelf. And we should have enough cashiers to manage the incoming demand. All right, folks. So in our next episode, we will be getting our electronics online. We will be fleshing out our gauntlets, and I will be diving into the deeper techniques of specialty stores and further refining our yin yang stores to maximize our gains here. Maximize our demand, that is. So, if you like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. I put that in the wrong place. Leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya. Rico Suave here.